We're back! Finally, I'm covering Turbo's face. Look, here we go. And he's new guy now, and it's fine. And either way, the excitement is here. We're going to be getting underway. In fact, players, I believe, are already in lobby. So I'm just going to jump straight across. We don't have to worry about changing your name, Turbo, any further. Welcome back to the stream. Do you want to explain cuff mode to the viewers at the same time as telling them how you felt about your semi-final?
Yeah, well, I thought you were playing because you were Lucker's Turbo at some point.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, I would not have done very well. So maybe for the best that I didn't.
I mean, I did all right. I didn't expect much, but yeah, well, let's jump into the match because the players seem to be ready. In the chat, Jorane, Xera, Aurel, and Hazard are fighting it out for a prize pool of 150 euro. So now we're playing cup mode instead of rounds mode. Cup mode means that you collect points over the course of the whole maps or of the whole match, and we play all 5 maps with 1 wall beforehand, 3 live rounds where you collect points according to your position in those respective 3 live rounds. 10 points for first, 6 for second, 4 for third, and 3 for P number 4. If you have surpassed the 100 point barrier, you will activate finest mode, and then you have to win 1 more round, and you will be either first, second, or third. Suck.
Yep. Attack. Easy. Worth noting as well that we will be playing all the way down to 3rd and 4th place. So even when someone does lock in 1st place, we keep going because there's prize money on the line for 3rd place. So we need to figure out exactly who will be getting that one. We're into a warm-up here. We will be starting back on our first map. We're back to Hellestream, Matt.
Back to Hellestream. It's such a nice warm-up. It's just easing ourselves back into it after the chaos that was the last semi-final. It was so close. It was a really great match. I mean, you had it firsthand. I mean, not the best luck for you personally, but still, what happened at the front was simply bizarre and chaotic, and I loved every single second of it. But now we have the 3 Frenchmen. We have Jean-René on Aurel from match number 1, and then Xera joining his 2 countrymen, and the one outlier, the one Danish man that is Hazard. So naturally, I'm going to favor the outlier. What about you, lads?
Yeah, I'm also rooting for Hazard, but also Aurel, a former teammate of mine, being in Team Luckers and Trickmania Nations back then, and right now he's doing really well. Jorane is behind. Oh, jumping so far to the right, crashing into there. So Jorane is out on this one, and Aurel is looking really strong to win this round. But who's gonna get second? Hazard with a way better landing than Xera, but it's still not over. Minimization of airtime is needed here. Xera getting a way lower jump. Aurel on a great time, and he will win this round with ease. It looks effortless. Aurel bouncing like a pinball into the ending, but he makes it.
That's a statement win from Aurel. He's come to play here in this final. He has set a new PB for the day, at least, on that one. I don't think a PB overall, but pretty fast for that one. That's a good first round. Jean-René was in the mix, though, and I think those 3 points, you know, I mean, he was definitely up there contesting Aurel up until just a missed jump. Going a little bit too far to the right and mocked. You cannot rely on that. If you are any of these players, that you can't rely that your opponents will keep making mistakes right now.
No, the mistakes are going to be very, very rare. The mistakes are rarely ever going to happen. Is maybe just 1 extra break tap. That's going to be the mistake, and that's going to cost you, what, 2 or 3 tenths maximum, as Jean-René and Hazard, the ones currently fighting it out at the top. Hazard trying to reduce airtime to the maximum there, but jumping a little bit further to the left. Also very low on the turnaround. It's going to have a little bit less speed than his opponents, but is he going to have enough speed? Yes, he is. Mixing it clean across, and Jean-René and Hazard, it's going to be the battle for this one.
Oh, that was such a great line from Jorane, but also super risky again, jumping so close there to this right box there that he can certainly hit. But look at that, Xera, so aggressive, overtakes Hazard in the fly, or on the fly, let's say like that, and Jorane will win this round. Aurel is so far behind, and Jorane with a 58.3, also a good time. But this match is really, really evenly distributed. Jorane last in the previous round, now getting first. Aurel last in the previous round, last in the this round and first in the previous round. My god, dude, way too bad today. It's, you know,
literally just Xera and Hazard just like driving consistent times, you know, 2nd and 3rd both times, and just chaos happening around them as Jean-René and Aurel taking turns to just fully crash out in the middle of the map. So both of them proving that they can drive very fast times, I think is the key point there. Both of them, though, with big mistakes. They're definitely driving on the edge right now.
I mean, everyone needs to be driving at the edge, because with cut mode and with it's a race to become finalist, and then you just need that one possibly lucky, hopefully skillfully executed first place finish to just get yourself first place overall. As here in this round, no one really has a mistake just yet. 3 Frenchies very close together. Hazard now getting back into the mix now after the 180 turnaround.
Oh, and that's a great round here that we're witnessing. Hazard is a little bit further behind, but he can still run for good here. But look at that. It's only 0.05 of a second, I would assume, between the players. 0.6 it is. It's such a great round in that top 3. Who's going to get that first position, that last first place? We're probably going to see this map again, but we're going to come to that later. Xera leading Jean-René behind Aurel, and Xera will take it. No, he will not.
He will.
That was so close. Sometimes you cannot really see who's going to win, but Xera will stay ahead by just a hair, by 400ths of a second, and Aurel comes on second place out of that. So Xera, after 12 points, after 2 second places, he wins the round and eventually leads in points.
That was silly. That was a silly first round. Silly first map. And hey, why don't we keep the ball rolling by making things just real dumb by jumping immediately onto Rackham for the second map?
I mean, you could see that at the end. It was all decided by that finish jump. By if you get more height, if you get less height, Zera just picking the perfect one. And now it doesn't matter how you finish. Now it just matters that you don't die early on.
Yeah. Oh, this reactor boost part is giving me some bad dreams. But also the ending. I mean, there's so many things that can go wrong on this map. So many small things. Like, I felt the start actually on this map. This can really happen. And also the slide that players will jump into right now. That you have there as well. Let's see who's gonna make that. You don't want to land in a slide. You want to land on a plastic and then execute a slide, or just a neo slide as you are preferring it. And also get yourself your car landing straight, which Xera just did. Hazard is on second position and Jean-René is on P4 right now.
Hazard is so quick through that reactor boost. He goes quicker than the other players. He jumps a little bit lower and then gets his wheels under him a little bit faster. Xera, though, has picked up a big early lead. Any mistake? Jean-René the closest to making one, but doesn't quite do so, as Aurel has dropped a little bit behind Hazard. It was that reactor boost in the middle. It gained him 2 places, and he's managing to hold on to it, but it is very close, and it's a mistake from Jean-René, who is now going to get back. I say Jean-René, I mean Xera, who's dropping back into 4th place towards the end. It'll come down to the quarter pipe jump. Can Hazard gain in on top of this one? He's very close behind Aurel. Won't quite manage to catch him. Jean-René still holding 3rd. And now these players, you expect them to make this finish. They will make the finish. Aurel takes 1st. Hazard takes the 2nd. And Xera had the lead. It was a commanding lead. He drops to 4th with a mistake in the middle of the track.
Yeah, and people seem not to like this map, coming in with a minus. Xera, that was an important round for him to win because he could have increased his lead by a good margin there, but he only got 3 points and 4th position out of that. And now Aurel is leading again.
Aurel back in the lead, but everything, the field still so close together. Nothing really we can say after just this 4th round. Points just slowly but surely racking up. But yeah, Aurel taking the lead. But Xera, he's actually had a misfortune, I think, happened to someone in rounds as well, is that in the water, I think he just couldn't get his car settled on the bottom of the pool, and he just bounced around, losing all his speed. I think that's what really broke the camel's back there. But Xera already back in the lead and going for the backslide here. Let's see anyone dropping out. No, so clean from Xera. Holy Jesus.
Yeah, Xera's on a great time yet again. 0.5 ahead. Oh, but getting the water incident here.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, dude, that was such a good time from Xera. And now, after the minus, the next minus will come into play. Sometimes this can really mess up with your mentality in the whole match. Xera with 2 first positions, losing them in the last part of the map. And now yet another 3 points for him. So Xera only with 3 points in this round. Aurel again extending his lead, and also Hazard is coming a bit closer to Xera. It's very close for 2nd position at the moment.
Yeah, Aurel, though, managing to hold on to that lead is feeling good as he's approaching the halfway mark of the number of points he needs to get, and on only the 2nd map. That's a sign of consistency so far. Feeling pretty good about that one. We'll see. Xera, though, has been so clean through these first parts of the map. Can he get through this water section without just something a little bit unfortunate happening to him again?
Surely.
I mean, at least once, right? Like, I mean, it's just statistically. He's so far ahead again already.
I'm riding on board with Xera for this one, because I want to see exactly what's going to happen for him in that water section as we're heading towards the backslide. Maybe can get that clean. Yep, again, Xera just not missing the backslide. And now, let's see, the water section. Will it grief him again?
Yes.
No. Easy.
all good things come in 3. So look at. Oh my God! Really?
Well,
well. He's still saved it though. He's still in the race. Xera still is getting himself maybe that second place. No, Jean-René with more speed. And Xera will not get overtaken. Actually, it was him getting overtaken, but Aurel made a mistake at the end. Dude, what is happening?
There we go. We're up to 3 minuses as Aurel hits us with one as well.
Aurel and Jean-René also minus or not?
No, Jean-René we're waiting for a minus from, okay? Yeah. But we'll have to come back to Rackham a second time if we want to get a minus out of Jean-René. And Jean-René, the big winner at the end of that one, as Aurel crashed out in front. Jean-René able to snipe, and then Xera taking another place as well. It's still very close. Aurel dropping points on that one is still, though, 7 points clear of Jean-René, who himself 3 points clear of Xera, and then 7 points behind again. Hazard not had the best time on these first 2 maps.
Maybe he will have a good time on this one. I mean, I would say that he is one of the more classical RPG drivers with like where it really matters how you clear transitions and not those water parts, reactor boosts. That is sheer, like this is what he comes from. That's what he's originating from, the RPG/trial player. So let's see how Hazard is doing it here in the first round, because he's not out really on the match just yet. 27 points, only 15 points behind Aurel, but right now not getting the best start.
There's still a long way to go, and Hazard, I mean, if we look at the local records for today, he is sitting in P2, just a mere 4 1,000ths of a second behind Aurel. So he needs to replicate those sort of performances if he wants to get in any points. Right now, it is Xera in the lead, though. He's well, I've cast a curse on him out of the equation. I'm very sorry for that. But that leaves up Hazard for P2. Gets the transition super clean, but lacking speed. Jean-René, will he snipe him? No, he will not. Aurel improving his time, but Hazard snatching P2.
It was so weird how Hazard did that. He did a right-left into a right steering movement, clipped there almost. Dude, that was really, really weird. But I mean, he got himself a good position. Finally, getting second just behind Aurel, who did a .41. So Aurel is ready to roll. I mean, you can really see that this player is so experienced. He played a lot of cups in 2019, 2020. Those quote-unquote shit cups, you know, those smaller cups with like 20-30 year of price pool. He just went into there. This is certainly not a shit cup, you know. That is a great event. We have a lot of great and huge names playing here. I mean, we have Hazard, one of the best RPG/trial player, Xera, the Zereda Cup 2020 finalist, as well as Aurel. And Aurel, of course, also playing Trackmania Grand League. So now he's on the roll again. Didn't get the best ending there, and Xera with more speed, so he will snipe away those 10 points. And great job here from Aurel, though, still getting himself those 6 points, because at the end, consistency is what matters.
A pretty clean round from all 4 drivers as well, ultimately within a second of each other pretty much, and it feels like it's been a little while since we've seen a round without any mistakes at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nothing major happening. There's still like some small mistakes, obviously that are coming forward. But overall, the players are getting more clean as we are now going into our last round here, last track around. Oreo and
that's right.
I should stop speaking.
Yeah, every time when you speak, there's someone making a mistake. Yeah, like that's
Aurel crash. Aurel crash for the leaderboard.
Do it for the meme. Do it for the Vine.
I mean, he's saving the ending. So let's take a look onto Jean-René and see how much he could catch up if he makes it. Yeah, Jean-René with a way better landing, and you see it. He has more speed, but it's still enough for Aurel to survive. Oh, another great time at .04. That is really fast. I think the world record is a .9 on this map, or .8. Definitely a .41 or .8. I think it is .8. So Aurel, wow. I mean, I think he probably didn't really practice those maps too much. Just played to qualify. And, well, he's just getting faster and faster and is making it eventually into the money with that performance.
Look, we were collecting minuses from every player on Rackham. Maybe we're just going to collect a minus from Hazard on every single map by the end of tonight.
I mean, Hazard doesn't really seem content. And if we're collecting minuses, we might just well go on to Crystal Mine. I mean, we just keep the train going. But this map, we've seen Hazard during the round being incredibly consistent on it, getting P1s and P2s, very consistent. And everyone, we can see the from Jean-René. I don't think he's a fan.
Yeah, here's the thing though, right? And I think the players have to recognize this as well. The fact that this is now map 4 out of 5 means it's very unlikely that any deciding rounds happen on Crystal Mine, which may be a positive. On the upside, at least for us on the broadcast, if we do end up in a situation where players keep trading rounds and points and then we end up with like a triple finalist, it'll probably happen on Crystal Mine. So that's worth keeping an eye on here, as it definitely comes down to how close this final ends up being. We are underway with our first round on Crystal Mine. We've seen one mistake already. Hazard dropping a long way back, but it does come down to this section as well. Who has the speed to clear? Jean-René is going to not quite clip. All 3 French players make it over that hump.
Yeah, Hazard in this full despair right now, being behind, also has to re-accelerate there to clear that backward section. And yeah, the start is really hard to figure out. Hazard is 4 seconds behind. Maybe someone will make a mistake at this slidey section, but everyone seems to survive it. Also, Xera, who's a little bit more behind. Oh, no, never mind. He didn't make a mistake. Okay.
Xera unfortunately clipped the checkpoint and is now finding himself quite a few seconds back, but so did Hazard, so he's still in P3. Where is Hazard?
Yeah, 10 seconds behind. In the mud.
In the mud.
Speaking of mud, Jean-René and Aurel are at the last third section, and Jean-René will win this round. Aurel on second, 1:11.5. Good time here from Jean-René. That is very fast here. I have to say that. Well, let's take a look. What is actually the world record on dude, I always forget the world records. Oh my god. You know, there's 25 maps, and also at admins, why did you delete the campaign? Like, it would have been such a good tool for us. But 110.76 is the world record from Xera. So, yeah, just, you know, driving 0.7 away from that. That is pretty fast.
Yeah, especially on this map where, I mean, to drive within world record, it's one of those maps where you definitely need to be risking a little bit to get a world record, and maybe not the driving style that these players are taking into rounds here, so just a sign of how fast he is. But Jean-René has a little bit of an awkward jump on that one and will fall behind early on. A better round now from Aurel and Xera, with Hazard, having not made a mistake early on, may be able to contest this round this time around.
Hazard still hunting the 2 Frenchmen, but is now getting overtaken by John. There's a little bit more speed, and Xera, I believe it was. Yeah, Xera bumping one of the rails there, losing a lot of speed. I think he probably has to respawn the jump, so he will be out of the equation for now, because we are coming to the dreaded 360 jump up high. Let's see if someone fails to know everyone.
Wow. Obviously, not everyone can survive it. Hazard, however, makes it in a second attempt, but falling behind Xera, who is certainly very happy about that, because he can still, with some mistakes at the end, make it into the top 2 or even top 1. Sliding out there, so he will lose a lot of time there, but he will stay ahead of Hazard. But who's gonna win it? Will it be Jean-René again? Nope, he's also clipping one of those rails there, and Aurel will take it with a 1:11.5, getting himself the first local record again. Good job, Aurel.
It's, I mean, absurdly fast. Aurel and Jean-René at the moment, those two are not just trading places, they are trading local records backwards and forwards between the two of them. We still have 1 round to go here on Crystal Mine. Hazard has not had the best time of it so far just yet, but Aurel has moved up to 84 points. He is now potentially only a couple of rounds away from his finalist mode.
And he's got a lot of leeway as well once he gets to finals, because no one really in the striking distance. Jean-René 20 points behind him. So he's going to have at least 2 uncontested finalist rounds, is Aurel. Everything looking very, very sweet for him. But I want to say, Jean-René, yes, in the first round, he drove P1 in local records, drove a new PB. All right, good. And Aurel's like, and I took that very personally. Like, excuse me, I'm the TMGL driver here. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Who are you? But Aurel leading again. Oh, but Xera clipping, so he
made it through the checkpoint. He did make it through the checkpoint, so he can double respawn. He will still fall a long way back, and that leads Hazard back into the competition right behind Jean-René and Aurel for the time being, who are now in that drag race to the finish line. And Jean-René a little bit slow on the trip there. Maybe means Hazard back into it. Takes a long turn on the outside, though. Loses a lot of speed. Jean-René touches on an outside rail. He'll have to go through this cruise control block. He'll be very slow. Takes it around the outside. Goes over the dirt anyway. Meanwhile, Hazard will not close within range of Aurel. Jean-René should still get across the finish line before Xera, and it will be Aurel with another 1:11, this time a 0.708, looking incredibly fast in this competition, and now guaranteed a finalist mode if he can get second or first in the next round.
Yeah, and look where the others are. Jorane not even surpassing the 70-point barrier. So Aurel with a lot of free finals or like finals attempts where he's alone. Yeah, so he can also get last in those next 2 rounds and he would still be finalist real ease. But let's take a look onto the local records here. Who is in first? It is Aurel, and he could win 75 euro here for first position, 45 for second. Of course, is also on the line after that, after first place has been decided. And then 30 euro for third position. Feels bad, man, for the fourth position because he's not going home with any money.
Yeah, I mean, it feels bad, but at the same time, you're outside the rostrum, so do you really deserve any payment? I mean, sometimes you just have to agree that you're not good enough.
Markfish in the top 4 here, you know.
Markfish's opinions are his own and do not reflect those of the New channel or mini RPG of the week. It's tough. Hey, look, we've done a lot. The mappers as well. Each of the 5 mappers for our maps today getting 25 euro for being selected by the community for this. So it's been nice, and we're super excited that we've gotten to showcase these maps again, and we're getting to see them pushed to the limits. It's what I was most excited for this competition. Hazard pushing his car to the limit and over it as well. Jean-René tripping a little bit there as well, catching his wheels on the outside. It's a drag race to the finish line. Aurel and Zerar, can they make the decision? Which one of them goes first? Can they, first of all, both of them get over this backflip? Aurel is closer to failing. Aurel has more speed. He should get further back. Zerar will have to make the decision. How early does he go? Aurel goes so deep, and so Aurel will be first. Zerar is second, and I mean, Zerar started from in front, but just so much more speed on Aurel as he gets deep into the red booster.
Yeah, Aurel with a lot of speed then, the ending, landing very clean in this backwards transition, and now he's finalist. So good luck to Aurel. He should, or he has to win one more time, and then he wins the mini RPG of the week playoffs, I suppose. And we have a little bit of a break. For me, it's such a great event, and I find it cool that Hazard tries to hold that gear, but he didn't really make it in this round. So there's one contender for Aurel being out, but look at that, Aurel already leading. Will he win it already?
It's gonna be just a victory lap, possibly.
He's still got Zerar on his tail, though, and if anyone's going to contest him right now, it is Zerar, the closest PB today on that time. Zerar is getting closer. He has the speed, but this is a place where having speed doesn't really help you all that much. Zerar lands earlier and in front of Aurel, but Aurel is right on his tail, is on his gearbox, is chasing him down into this final section. They are neck and neck, wheel to wheel driving at the front here. Both of them, the backflip, both of them clean. Aurel deep. Zerar steered the wrong way. Aurel will be the winner of the first ever mini RPG of the week season finale. He'll take home the 75 euro, gets the finalist, and finishes it out in the first round. He has the option to.
Oh my god! I was about to say everything about, you know, there's one thing getting to finalists, and then there's another, you know, converting on being in finalists. No, but no, Aurel is the all business and no fun. He copies the German way and wins without any humoristic approaches. 75 years. I mean, at the beginning of the broadcast, we said, okay, how good is Aurel actually going to be at like this RPG style? He's more of he's a TMGL player, of course, so he's quick. But has he really practiced it? And I think we can answer emphatically with yes. Yes.
Yeah. He doesn't need practice. I knew it already beforehand. That's why I also thought that semifinal 1 would be the hardest. But now, you know, in retrospective, it was semifinal 2. That was really hard. That was such a hard match. But of course, we still play for a second as Hazard decides to play some stunt mode here. Air braking a bit too early and doing a nice front flip. But of course, you're not rewarded with stamp points here. You have to win the rounds. But also, we have seen, oh my, what is happening in this round? Also, Xera has made a mistake. He's also 13 seconds behind, so Jorane will just say, thank you guys, I will just extend my lead and go up to 86 points, even though he has to double respawn, but it doesn't matter. What a round.
Yeah,
great round.
Yeah, now that Aurel is gone, everyone's like, phew, we don't have to look good compared to the TMGL player anymore. Like, we can just crash as much as we want, okay? It's fine. Yeah, no, that's a lot of crashes. Jean-René takes first. Hazard does take second. Jean-René is still the closest to this second finalist mode. Hazard, though, regaining a little bit, and Zera on this one. Jean-René, he's on 86 points. He's only a couple of rounds away from a finalist mode of his own. That is the end of our time on Real Ease, though, and we'll head back to start things where we started all of Mini RPG of the week. Back in week 1, we'll go back once again to Hellish Dream.
Pleasing circularity as we go to Hellish Dream. It would be the only way it would be more pleasing is if actually Aurel took the win on this very map, but he wanted to play spoiled to that storyline. It's just now Jean-René, Zera, and Hazard who are battling it out for P2, and still a very respectable 45 euros, might I add.
Yeah, that's some good money that you could win, and also, of course, the esports earning list. You know, if you're not on that yet, you can just get it. Eventually, then I think you can call yourself a pro player if you have won like some prize money, you know. But I think all of those players have won prize money eventually.
It is the virtual way.
Yeah.
As long as you have earnings, you are a pro.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. As long as you have earnings, you can call yourself pro. Whether or not other people call you pro, that up for debate. But right now, we are underway with this round as well. It was an early mistake from Zera, putting himself a little bit behind his two opponents, but not too far behind, as Hazard and Jean-René are only just out of a car length away from Zera as we head towards this middle section of the track where all 4 of our players, the first time he was here, go for this jump over the middle. None of them taking the slow way around, except for this time around, as Zera does go for a little bit of a crash. He still goes for a little bit of a jump, just for style points, but it is now 2-horse race out front.
Yeah, the 2-horse race. Hazard and Jean-René, and Hazard having a lot more speed than Jean-René. Gonna be a higher jump, a lot higher. Jean-René not undershooting it either, so this is gonna be our top 2. It's Jean-René in front of Hazard, and Jean-René only, well, he's gonna get finalists in the next round, no matter where he finishes.
Yeah, and also Xera, they're gearing up before, so that was very awkward because your car is just losing this RPM. That's why he didn't make the jump and only ends up on P number 3, getting himself 4 points. So Hazard is also coming a bit close. It's 6 points between them. Jean-René, will he deny some points? Surely towards one player here. Xera has made a mistake, already 1 second behind. But let's see if Hazard can make a run good here for his yeah, maybe even opportunity to snipe away some 10 points or even come closer, because he's in dire need of 10 points. He's at 73 points and Jean-René will be in finals, so he has to deny him. But of course, he also needs to get himself points to come closer to the finals mode. Jean-René is looking really clean here to make that jump, as well as Hazard. But who's gonna win the round? Will Jean-René stay ahead?
Going to be close. It's not going to be that close at the moment, though, as Jean-René has pulled a little bit ahead. As, for the first time in a while, we've just been stun locked there. Hazard's going to crash. Hazard is going to crash, and that means Zera, with a lot of speed, is going to manage to overtake him. Jean-René, though, still cleanly in front. Hazard has enough speed to still go for this finish, but crashes off the top of it. Look, he has plenty of time. He has plenty of time. He'll still pick up these 4 points at some point. There he goes with those 4 points. That does mean Hazard moving a little bit up, but Zera moving a little bit further away. Jean-René into finalist mode with 2 wins back to back, looking to close it out here on Hellish Dream, Mocked.
Yeah, he's got only solo finalists out here, no double finalists, no triple finalists. So it is all on Jean-René to deny his opponents the points and hopefully just use his first opportunity, just like Aurel did, for the finalists and for getting second place here in the Mini RPG Season 1 finale. It's all 3 players currently, though, very, very close together.
Yeah, can he take it in his first finals attempt? Very, like, not boring match. It was, of course, very, very decided, or not only decided by those points, but we had some close rounds, you know. But right now, it only seemed like that there was one finalist, boom, closing it out. Will Jean-René do it again? Right now, he's on first. Xera, however, is chasing him down. Hazard with a very awkward landing. Xera with a low speed. Just behind Jean-René, only a couple of hundreds, 1600. Jean-René, very risky jump. Will he take the second place?
Ooh, it's going to be very close. Jean-René, though, has managed to hold on to the lead. Zera gained a little bit in that quarter pipe jump. He's not close enough. Jean-René just needs to not fail this finish. He won't. He'll get under it. It was close, but it was not close enough for Zera, who will G just behind. Picks up another important 6 points as Jean-René takes second. Zera moves closer to taking the third place as well.
Yeah, GG's to Jean-René, also making it after his first finals attempt. And now we're gonna go to map number 2 again. The minus map, yeah. So,
oh boy.
Rackham.
Oh no.
Zera only needs 1 more victory. to activate finalist mode and Hazard as well. So in a possible situation, yes, we could go to map number 3 again. That is possible.
Can we?
Yeah, we can. If Zera wins now, Hazard gets second, and then Hazard wins 2 rounds. Then we have then he's at 97. Then he's at
yes. I can do maths.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Same.
I'm not even going to claim that I can. I'm pretty sure I can't, but I'm glad you guys managed to work that one out. And yeah, absolutely. If Zera wins once and Hazard wins twice on Rackham, doesn't really matter what order it happens in, as long as that is the order. Unless Zera, well, no, that's not true.
No,
I'm going to stop trying. I'm going to stop trying. I'm going to stop trying.
I stop trying.
Yeah, instead we are just going to jump on board with Hazard, who is trailing behind now early on. Zera looking to do it, but Zera with a big crash. And now we're going to stay on board with Hazard as it really comes down to him. He can safe to the finish line here, but we already know this is not Hazard's favorite map. And so even safing, maybe not going to feel fully comfortable.
But Zera respawned like dozens of times. He's 10 seconds behind. Well, jumping a bit too far from to the right or left, however you see it. He was hitting the reactor boost ring and didn't get the checkpoint. So Hazard can just save it. Surely he will. Surely he's not gonna fail the ending, right?
Just channel your inner Marius at this point, Hazard. Just save.
Yeah, Marius wasn't good on this map.
Yeah, that's true. Do not channel your Marius, all right? Although, look, maybe you just go for the safe fin at this point, but no, Hazard wants to start as he means to go on. We'll take first. Now, just to be clear, Zera still needs to finish.
Yeah, he's at the last checkpoint. Like, he's got 20 seconds. He's at the last checkpoint. Surely he won't mess up the finish more than twice. He doesn't even do it once. And Hazard, the winner of this round, is going to be in finalist mode. Zera is going to be in finalist mode after this one, regardless. So we might have third place decided here on Rackham.
Maybe, but right now Xera just says, nope, I want to be finalist on my own. Hazard, you know, good luck next rounds, but Hazard needs a first position, and then we have a double finalist situation. Right now he's behind by 0.3 of a second, gets a good transition here, a lot of speed, so he's not out on this one yet. You can really lose a lot of time by not getting your car tilted correctly before you hit the reactor boost. And Zera is, however, extending his lead to 0.6 of a second. He's on a great run, but of course there's still the bug slide to be cleared.
Still the bug slide to be cleared, and we're on board with Hazard as Zera will get through that bug slide nice and cleanly and straightens the car out. Will head towards this water section as well. Never mind, he full crashed somewhere on the downhill. Things have gone wrong for Zera again. We're heading potentially towards our double finalist mode. It could be decided on the last round of Rackham, and it could just come down to who gets across the line first.
I think genuinely, I think that Zera just got a bit shafted on the plastic bounce there, going down as Hazard is going to finish it up. Zera is going to be not that far behind. About a return of last round. Zera, 20 seconds to spare, goes through the last plastic bounce, ring checkpoint, and now everything, one entire season of Mini RPG of the week. The third place will be defined on one single round. Double finalist here on Rackham.
Double finalist. It is for the money, do or die. You have nothing. I mean, you have a lot to lose, actually. Yeah, 30 year or not. That is some money. You know, that's some nice evening that you can spend at a restaurant's place or something like that. But right now Xera's already ahead, getting himself a good drift and a nice apex, having a bit more speed and a better approach for that drift, and he's leading by a good margin. Now the turnaround, Hazard got it really bad, and Xera with more speed, so he's looking really good to make it. But of course there's the bounce as well, this plastic bounce that you were talking about, Macht, which can really mess you up.
This last plastic bounce. I mean, it feels like this water reactor section is going to be the last decider. Zera is ahead. It could come down to this bug slide as well. Zera on the outside. He's been okay. This time around, he's heading down the hill. The bounce, it looks okay. He makes it over the top. Does the plastic work? I don't see any cars flying out. Looks like everyone's safe for the time being. And so, Zera on the cruise, on the charge. Looks like he might make it to the end of Rackham without any more problems. 1 quarter pipe to go. He's in the air. Hazard with a nose touch as well. That'll slow him down a little bit. Zera just needs to land on his roof one more time into the ring checkpoint, and Zera will take third. In double finalist mode, he takes down Hazard in the head-to-head. And what a finals it was. Aurel takes first, Jean-René takes second, Zera in the head-to-head takes third, and Hazard, still an incredible performance today, takes 4th place in our grand finals.
Yeah, unfortunate here for Hazard. You know, cannot break the French chain there. First, second, and third for the Frenchies. Well played. Great performance from Aurel. Also, Jordi was on par with his pace. And then we had, of course, the winner of that previous round, you know, who just got himself this last bit of money. Xera, third position.
Yeah, third position for Xera, 30 euros, 45 euros. Then, of course, for Jean-Rene, and 75 going towards the wallet of TMGL player Aurel. But unsurprisingly so, I'd say, to the TMGL player, showing that there's still, with the comfortability, I think that's the main thing. There's still, this is the gap between like good and great at Trackmania 2020, and that's something to see. I think Jean-Rene and Xera and Hazard, all four of them will know that, you know, they could have done a bit better, but at the end of the day, it's mini RPG of the week. It's mini RPG. It's RPG. It's tight transition. It's precise tricks, and sometimes Lady Luck's not on your side.
Sometimes Lady Luck is not on your side, and I don't think there's honestly any better words to close out this entire season on. I think that's the definition of mini RPG. That's how it's been for our players all the way through. A massive thank you to all the players and all of you who have joined us on this journey through season 1 of mini RPG of the week. We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. Congratulations again to RL, our winner tonight. Congratulations to Jean-Rene and to our third place players there as well, and Hazard. And unfortunate fourth place, the Frenchman join up to bully the single Danish man out of existence there on our finals. And that means we have a full wrap-up. Thank you as well to our admins behind the scenes. Thank you to my two co-casters, Lookers, Turbo and Maxfish, who've joined us. To everyone who did anything production side of it. And I can reveal that we will be back. We've lost Maxfish. We will be back this coming Wednesday. It is back immediately. We will be back next Wednesday with Mini RPG of the Week Season 2, kicking things off. We'll maybe be back with Maxfish. If he's not there, then look, you know what? I'm Maxfish. I'm the stream.
No, I'm back.
Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you all next Wednesday for Mini RPG of the Week Season 2.
The dark skies, I gotta look for the bright side. I know we're gonna be alright.